everybody, it's your girl, Rosalie. Welcome to my channel, guys. It's Rosalie Reacts. I am so happy that you're here. This is the ultimate world music reaction channel. Today, we are going to dive into the world of Spain. I'm really excited because I've never heard of this artist or have seen any of her music. And she is another Diana. We all know Diana Godinova. Well, many of us do. Check out those videos if you're interested. But this lady is Diana Navarro. And this is a song called El Perdón. So I am curious to see what this is about. This particular artist, this video per se, has over 2.5 million views. So I'm very curious to check it out. We're going to dive into the world of Spain today, so some Espanol. I'm happy that you're here, you guys. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, be part of this channel grow. And if you want to support, check the link below. If you want to reach out via social media, there's information on that down in the description. I want to see you guys as the channel grows. I can't respond to everyone, but I want to connect with as many of you as possible and really make you feel seen and heard. I care about the things you share. I am so happy that you guys are here. We're going to check this out. I am curious to see what it's about, as usual. If you're new to this channel, what we do here is obviously, for one, reacting, because Rosalie reacts, duh. But also, we love taking apart, I love taking apart these songs on a musical, spiritual, psychological level, just finding some encouragement. This is a place where you can come as you are. I love hearing where you guys are from, suggestions you guys make, for this just to be a community, a place where we can enjoy listening to music together, almost as if we're driving in a car. I keep doing this, and I don't know where I get this idea from, that this is how you drive a car. I promise I know how to drive a car. I take pride in the fact that I got my license in Germany. But kind of like when we're driving in a car together, listening to music, jamming out, sharing, having conversations about what this music means to us, how it makes us feel, just enjoying the ride. So welcome to all of you, especially my ride or dies. This is Rosalie. Let us dive into Diana Navarro, El Perdón. Diana Navarro. I like that. I like that piano intro.
Que me engañaste, por los hijos que no me diste, las promesas que no cumpliste y los besos que no sentiste, el perdón, el perdón. Por haberte callado tanto, las mujeres que mantuviste, por los abrazos manipulados, por los enfados descontrolados, el perdón.
Oh, guys, wow. Okay, this is like, I don't know her. I don't know what to expect. We'll dive into some information on her in just a minute, but I just want to give it an unbiased, objective reaction, right? I don't know nothing about her. I'm not going to look into any information until after I see this. But do you hear that? The emotion, the way she's singing, she's good at acting for this music video clip. The emotion that she's conveying in her face, in her mimic, and in her gestures. Just the face alone. We haven't even seen the rest of the body and any body language. I don't know what this is. Any body language that comes into play here. But the voice and those slight changes, did you see that? Those tiny little runs that are not, you know, those obvious, you know, it's not very obvious. It's just that tiny little, let's go back a second. I want to show you, and I'll point to it. But it's very subtle and beautiful, so delicate, airy in a way. I do this when I like somebody's voice. I don't know if you've noticed that in my other videos, but when I do this, it's like, oh, the voice, the voice, the voice. Okay, let's keep listening. Beautiful. Let's go back a little bit.
Tanto, las mujeres que mantuviste, por los abrazos manipulados, por los enfados descontrolados, el perdón, el perdón, te lo todos mis sueños, enredándome con caricias, engatusándome con mentiras, el perdón. El perdón por haberte sentido sucio con el amor que mi amor te daba, despreciándome con silencios, la avaricia tu viva estampa, el perdón. El perdón te lo da Dios, pero yo no, te lo da Dios, pero yo no. Tú te has burlado de mí, ay, tú te has burlado de mí, tú te has burlado de mí, pero ha llegado tu fin. Te lo da Dios, pero yo no.
Oh my gosh. What? What in the unicorn farts just happened? What in the unicorn farts just happened? Oh my gosh! Did you notice, I'm sure most of you did, how the coloring of the video changed from black and white to color? And what's crazy is this entire video was just her face, nothing else. Close-up view, and then it just went out just a little bit, till about here. I'm telling you what you already saw, you just watched it with me. Oh my gosh, all of it was just her face. And that's all that we needed. That was all we needed. Because the facial expressions, her mimic, what she was able to convey, what a great actress. I mean, I don't want to say acting because it looked like she deeply felt this song. But what great emotion, how she was able to convey it with her face, how the tear fell right in time when I think it was when she began the second verse. The way that she would form her mouth when she said no, no, and with more and more intensity as the song progressed. The way that her eyes, her mouth, her whole face just conveyed emotion like nobody's business. Wow! Then, like I said earlier, what she did with her voice, those smooth little tiny runs, they were not huge, they were not very obvious, they were subtle, but they were so beautiful. I want to find out real quick. So the artist's name is Diana Navarro, and this was El Perdón. El Perdón meaning forgiveness, and like pardoning someone. El Perdón, forgiveness, the forgiveness. And Diana is Diana Navarro. Diana Navarro is from Spain, so this was a Spanish artist. And she, oh wow, I'm so amazed. I want to see real quick. Diana Navarro is a Spanish singer. She rose to fame in 2005 with her single Sola from her first album. And she was born in 78, so she's 44 years old right now. She's from Malaga, Spain. Was born in Malaga, Spain. This is ridiculous. And it says she's a singer, actor, songwriter. That explains it. She knows how to do these things. What a gift to have. What a beautiful woman. What else can we find out about her? I am amazed. Like, what just happened? Born in Malaga, Spain, in the Andalusian province, where flamenco originated. She grew up in a household where music was a daily part of her life, and she spent much of her youth in a folk choir. Just ultra gifted woman. My goodness. The emotion that she was able to do this song with. Let's look at the lyrics. Wow, I am still blown away. Guys, of course, I thought of my own things as she was singing. You know, my own pains, my own hurts, the people in my life that need forgiveness, that I'm saying no to, that I'm processing my own hurts as she was singing. It was so deep. She spent much of her youth in a folk choir, and she would start singing competitions in 2000, working on, and then as she would work on her own projects, she was also adding flamenco influences, those flamenco roots on her second album, and had these traditional Spanish love songs. And I feel like this song, but even the way she was singing, really beautifully showcased Spanish music and the elements that we find in Spanish music. Some of those key elements that are signature, in my opinion, to Spanish music. And when I say Spanish music, I'm not just referring to the Hispanic community, the Latin American community, because even there's a lot of variety, right? Cuban, Mexican, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican, but I mean Spain as in European Spain. And of course, I know there's threads and connections between the different languages, right? We pull and we pick and we find commonalities, and music evolves with pieces of various cultures and nationalities over the course of history, and that's beautiful. But I'm particularly referring to Spanish music. Something that is found in Spanish classical music is, obviously, we know those elements such as guitar, something that Spanish music prides itself in, maybe improvisation, right? Letting music flow, creating music on the spur of the moment. Spanish music can also have elements where folk music is an integral part, right? Where over the course of history, composers would use regional folk music and dances such as jota, fandango, habanera. We then have something in Spanish music called zarzuela, which is basically an operatic form where it's like a mixture of opera and theater. And I find it interesting that she happens to be actress and singer because she was able to convey those emotions so beautifully. And she had elements that were operatic to me. The way she was able to rise to those higher notes and into the soprano range, and with such delicacy and beauty. But then, did you notice how long she was able to hold those notes? I didn't count. Maybe you did. Let me know in the comments below if you did. But the way she was able to hold those notes multiple times, when she reached that peak, the climax of the song, almost at the end, she held the note for a long, and in the final part or tag, she was able to hold those notes again. That takes such vocal control and strength. Sheesh. Amazing. All right, so perdón, el perdón, the forgiveness. For the times that you cheated on me, for the children that you did not give me, the promises you didn't keep, and the kisses you didn't feel, the forgiveness. For having kept you so quiet, the women you kept, for the manipulated hugs and the uncontrolled anger, forgiveness. God gives it to you, but not me. God gives it to you, but not me. For believing that you were my owner, manipulating all my dreams, entangling me with caresses, coaxing me with lies. Forgiveness. For having felt dirty with the love that my love gave you, despising myself with silence. Greed is your living picture. Forgiveness. God gives it to you, but not me, not I. You made fun of me, but your end has come. God gives it to you, but not me, not I. Wow, the pain. Just thinking of these lyrics, forgiveness, this idea of for all the things you've done, and then you go through that list and saying, God gives you that, God gives you forgiveness, but I will not forgive. And the way she kept saying that, no, with more force as the song progressed, the emotion in her eye, the way that those tears fell. What a talented woman. Guys, I'm amazed. I did not expect this. I've never heard of this artist. At least I don't think so. Somehow Navarro sounds familiar, but I don't think I've heard of her before. Spanish artist, El Perdón, forgiveness. And I was curious to see what this was about. Had no idea what I was getting into. This beyond exceeded my expectations. Oh my goodness. Imagine us driving down the road on our road trip and exploring music as we do on this channel and just listening to that. It would be helpful if I'm not the one driving, because I'd be having a hard time seeing through my tears. Did you guys feel that? At one point when she was staring into the camera and she was holding those long notes and singing with that excruciating pain, you could just sense her suffering and projecting my own suffering, my own feelings, thinking of certain people in my life who've deeply hurt me, who need my forgiveness. And I do believe in giving forgiveness. I do believe it sets us free. Not only do we want forgiveness when we fail and we need mercy, but I believe it also sets us free when we forgive others. But sometimes that's easier said than done, and it's a healing process to let go. And then to also remember that forgiveness doesn't equal forgetting. And forgiveness does also not mean we are now condoning the behavior or excusing it or accepting it, but it's simply releasing, forgiving, giving what we need to receive for our own mistakes. But it's a hard process. It's a painful thing, especially when a person doesn't see their own fault or continues to cause suffering. But the pain with which she sang, the way she held those notes and stared at you, it was almost hard to breathe. It was, oh my goodness, so profound. My goodness. Guys, what did you think? Please let me know in the comments below. What does this song mean to you? Do you know this artist? Do you know this song? What else do you think? What do these lyrics mean to you? It seems to me that this song was sung with so much emotion that this may even be a personal pain that she's able to utilize within this song. I mean, otherwise, how are you able to convey such deep emotion? Unless you're like an Oscar-winning world-class actor or actress. But my goodness, amazing. Let me know in the comments below what you think. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe, click the bell so that you can be up to date on what I'm doing next. Lots of stuff coming. I'm going to keep going, keep doing this. So happy for you guys. Join, get some of those super stickers when I premiere or do a live. I want to see you. I want to interact with you and comment. And really reward those of you who are a solid part of this community. And I'm so happy that you're here, you guys. What did you think? Let me know. This was Rosalie Reacts, you guys. I will see you very soon. Very, very soon. Until next time. Heyo!